Chapter 13 Xianxia Empire Exchange Xiaoxue. Xia Dongyang's voice brought Xia Shui back to her soul. Dad, why are you here? Xia Shui walked up to Xia Dongyang and called obediently. At this moment, Xia Shui didn't look arrogant at all. Xia Dongyang's eyes were doting. Let's go back. Xia Dongyang came by car, so he didn't need to go back with the imitation bus. Xia Shui followed Xia Dongyang into the car, but she couldn't stop looking at Lin Moyu. She really wanted to see through Lin Moyu, really wanted to know how this guy got to level 7. Xia Dongyang noticed his daughter's eyes. Are you competing with Lin Moyu? Xia Shui was like a deflated ball. Yeah, I lost again, this guy is too hateful. Xia Dongyang laughed. Ha, do you want Dad to take care of it? Don't want. Before Xia Dongyang could finish speaking, Xia Shui had resolutely refused. My own business, I will solve it myself, and I will not lose to this idiot forever. Xia Shui snorted, the fighting spirit in her eyes was burning. Xia Dongyang smiled even more happily. Okay, then Dad doesn't care. But Dad wants to tell you that Lin Moyu came out in 10 hours, and he came out after killing all the level 8 monsters in the novice dungeon of. Xia Shui was startled again. Killed all level 8 monsters. She thought that she had just walked to the area of level 7 monsters, and she had never seen even level 8 monsters. She felt that she could single out a level 7 monster at level 5, which was already very powerful. Unexpectedly, Lin Moyu killed all the level 8 monsters and came out 2 hours earlier. In other words, if there were more level 8 monsters, maybe this guy would be promoted to level 8 directly. Is there such a big gap between me and him? Even if Xia Shui refused to admit defeat, she was a little frustrated now. Xia Dongyang said, each profession has its own characteristics. Some professions are powerful when they are low level, and some professions will only exert their strength later. It doesn't matter if you win or lose for a while. Compared with him, you have an advantage. Xia Shui understood the meaning of Xia Dongyang's words. Her advantage is her family status, enough money, and enough resources. Whether it is props, equipment, or skills, there is no shortage. And someone like Lin Moyu who has no money and no power will lack money, equipment, skills and props later on. Anyway, I won't admit defeat. Even if you lead now, I will surpass you in the future. Xia Shui just slumped for 2 minutes, and once again ignited her fighting spirit. Xia Dongyang is very satisfied. This is what his daughter should look like. On the school bus, Gao Yang purposely sat with Xia Dongyang. I'm already level 4, I'm so good. It's very fun to bring my sister to fight monsters together, it's much more interesting than you alone. Lin Moyu looked at this bastard, and asked him where would he not be happy. I'll go. I didn't pay attention just now, you are already level 7, how did you practice? Have you cleared all the monsters in the dungeon? I worked so hard to reach level 4. How did you get to level 7? Are you a fairy? Gao Yang's voice was so loud that the entire bus could hear it. Only then did everyone notice that Lin Moyu had really reached level 7. When everyone is around level 3, and level 4 is considered awesome, Lin Moyu has already reached level 7. All of a sudden the bus became lively. Although many people are still afraid of Lin Moyu and the skeleton warriors he summons. But it is also the normal psychology of many people to be close to the strong. Someone wanted to talk to Lin Moyu and get in touch with classmates. But Lin Moyu's silent appearance, coupled with the horror of the skeleton warrior, still made them hesitate. Quiet. Lu Yun gave a low drink, and the bus that had just started to make noise suddenly fell silent again. Gao Yang rubbed his head. I was too excited just now, boss, can you take me to level up? Lin Moyu said, if there is a chance, yes. Gao Yang was overjoyed immediately, then it's settled. Early the next morning, Gao Yang couldn't find Lin Moyu at the school gate. Mr. Lu, why isn't Lin Moyu here? Lu Yun said, he went to the suburbs of Shihai City. Ah. Only then did Gao Yang realize that he was played by Lin Moyu, no wonder he promised so happily yesterday. He couldn't help but let out a scream, Lin Moyu, you cheated on me. I would have set my heart to the bright moon, but the bright moon shines in the ditch. I can't finish with you. I want to fight you. Lin Moyu has already arrived in the south of Shihai City by car. The tall city wall runs across here, separating the living area of the human race from the monster area. Leaving the city wall will enter the wild monster area, where the weakest monsters are all level 10. Compared with the monsters in the novice copy, the monsters here are much stronger. Similarly, you can gain more experience by fighting monsters here, and you can also harvest various materials. With a little luck, some monsters will even drop weapons and equipment. These things can be used by themselves or sold for money. There are many shops on both sides of the street at the entrance and exit of the city wall. There are blacksmith shops, weapon shops, jewelry shops, armor shops, and more. The most important of these is the Xinxia Empire Exchange. The exchange is officially opened by the Xinxia Empire, and it spreads across large, medium and small cities across the country. In the exchange, you can freely buy and sell equipment, materials and other items. That is, you can sell things directly to the exchange, or you can consign them on the exchange. In addition to buying and selling equipment, various tasks can be handed over in the exchange. This is the first time for Lin Moyu to come to the exchange, and he has only seen it in books before. In the Xinxia Empire Exchange, there are hundreds of stone pillars half the height of a person. A magic crystal is inlaid above each stone pillar, and all functions of the exchange can be completed through this magic crystal. The exchange is also known as the highest skill embodiment of god-level alchemy. Lin Moyu found an empty seat and put his hand on the magic crystal. Start authentication. Authentication successful. Lin Moyu, a citizen of the Xinxia Empire. Allowed to use Xinxia Empire Exchange. Contribution, 0, permission, level 1. Chapter 14. 2 worlds inside and outside the city. The Xinxia Empire Exchange is only open to the citizens of the Xinxia Empire. Lin Moyu has the permission to use the exchange, but the permission level is very low, only 1 level. If you want to have greater authority, you can only increase your contribution. But that's all for the future and has nothing to do with him for the time being. He took a quick look at the items for sale on the exchange. Weapons, armor, jewelry, materials, everything. But everything is not cheap. Lin Moyu only has about 100 gold coins, which is not even the cheapest black iron weapon. As for the more expensive bronze and silver grades, just take a look, and it has nothing to do with him. After Lin Moyu wrote down the value of some low-level materials, he began to check the task again. The level of monsters in the suburbs of Shihai City is concentrated between level 10 and level 20, which belongs to the low-level area. The number of related tasks is not too much, most of them are tasks of collecting materials. Unlimited recycling of green sprout grass, each recycling price is 50 gold coins. Unlimited recycling of black wolf fur, each recycling price is 20 gold coins. Unlimited recycling of animal bones, each recycling price is 30 gold coins. Alchemists, blacksmiths and other life professions will need a lot of materials for skill training. They will process the materials into useful items and sell them to obtain a certain income. During skill training, lifestyle professionals can also increase their level. In this way, a good cycle has been formed, and even life professionals have a good room for development. Well, this task is a bit interesting. Strategy level 14 West Sea Mine Dungeon, get the dungeon boss, the crystal nucleus of the Goblin King. Note, only dungeon bosses with difficulty above the nightmare level will drop. The reward given by the task is 100,000 gold coins. To be able to get such a price, it is obvious that this task is difficult. The Shihai Mine is located in the south of Shihai City, just over 50 kilometers away. Lin Moyu didn't plan to go. The level 14 dungeon requires a minimum level of 10 to enter the dungeon. His current level is not enough. The dungeon difficulty can be divided into normal, nightmare and hell. How difficult is the nightmare level? Lin Moyu doesn't know. According to the description in the book, the difficulty of the nightmare level is at least several times higher than that of the normal level. Without a strong team, it is basically impossible to attack. As for the hell level difficulty, it is not something ordinary professionals can go to. After watching it for a while, Lin Moyu left the exchange and came to the gate of the city. Lin Moyu, level 7, Necromancer. The city gate guards took the exit certificate given by Lin Mo and confirmed Lin Moyu's information. Although very puzzled, how did the 7th grade school agree to the other party going out of the city? You must know that the monsters outside the city start at least level 10. In the case of a difference of 3 levels, it is very dangerous. But going out of the city proved to be true, and the city gate guards quickly passed the verification. Your certificate of leaving the city has come into effect. Unless there are special circumstances, you can freely enter and leave the major cities of our Xinxia Empire. There are a lot of monsters outside, pay attention to safety, and be careful in everything. If you can't, run back quickly. It doesn't matter if you lose face or not, your life is important. Especially at night, some monsters will specially choose night to carry out sneak attacks. The gate guard kindly told Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu saluted him slightly. Thank you, I will be careful. Walking out of the city gate, a gust of cold wind blows head-on. The sky suddenly darkened for a few minutes, and the air was filled with oppressive atmosphere. Inside and outside the city are like 2 worlds. This city wall is not simple. A city wall divides 2 worlds. Lin Moyu stepped forward and quickly disappeared into the wilderness. The air became more and more oppressive, and seemed to smell of bloodthirsty. From time to time, the roar of beasts could be heard in the distance. Occasionally, people can be seen fighting monsters here. Basically, all occupations above level 10. The city wall behind him has long disappeared, and his sight is shrouded in a thin layer of fog. With a thought, a skeleton warrior walked out of the summoning space. At this time, there were 28 skeleton warriors in the summoning space. After recovering his mental strength through meditation last night, Lin Moyu summoned 4 more skeleton warriors. Lin Moyu looked at a monster 20 meters away. Go, kill the monster in front. The skeleton warrior ran over with a clicking sound. At the same time, Lin Moyu also threw a detection spell in the past. Goblin patrol level, 10 power, 120 agility, 50 spirit, 50 physique, 120 skill, none, a level 10 goblin patrolman with a ferocious face, holding a mace. This monster is mainly based on strength, and its agility and spirit are pitifully low. The physique is not bad, which shows that the skin is rough and the flesh is thick. But this kind of attribute is nothing compared to the skeleton warrior whose 4-dimensional attribute reaches 750. Here, the main monsters are the goblin hordes. They occupy a very large area, all the way to the West Sea Mine, 50 kilometers away, belong to the goblin group. The skeleton warrior rushed to the goblin in the blink of an eye. The goblin noticed the skeleton warrior and launched an attack first, and the mace smashed towards him with a whistling sound. The skeleton warrior was hit by the mace without dodging or evading, making a loud bang. The goblin patrol was so powerful that even the skeleton warrior couldn't help shaking. But that's all, the skeleton warrior has already raised the tattered sword in his hand and slashed at it.